Welcome to Weekly Reset. I am your host, Mark. Joined by
Josh,
Steven,
Tony,
and Marlon.
We have a lot to talk about, gentlemen. But first, let's get some of this pain out the way. That was depressing.
It's just a little Tennessee honey, a little honey jack for you. Make you feel good. Woo! Make you feel good. Josh doesn't have one. Josh, why aren't you having one?
I'm having some nice Ice Mountain spring water.
Okay, well,
not sponsored. Pretty good.
Yeah, that's the stuff right there.
What else are we drinking?
Good.
So
What are we
got
actually
here?
drinking?
Today we got Shorts Brew Exterior Illumination. Looks like it's brewed with cranberries. For those cranberry lovers out there. Oh, it's going to make you feel good.
In case you've been smoking.
Get your antioxidants.
That's not what I was going to say, but all right, cool.
Here we
Can
go.
someone pass me one? Or?
Oh, you didn't get one?
I did.
It's right
Yeah,
there.
I got you, Mark.
You thirsty, huh?
You go.
Nah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at Tony Focus, dude. Look at Tony Focus.
Yeah, messed up last time,
Can I just drink
remember?
mine
He
out
said, I
the
ain't going to
bottle?
mess up again.
You can do whatever the hell you want,
I'm
Josh.
drinking mine out the bottle.
He's drinking his through the head. It's a little dark. A little dark.
That's good.
Happy Father's Day for everyone. Today is Sunday.
Happy.
Yeah, happy Father's Day.
Oh,
Mark
Mark,
and Josh.
you a father. And Josh, you a father.
Thanks, guys.
Are you a...
Marlon,
No.
you're a father.
Wait, does the dog count?
Yeah.
Hey, happy Father's Day to me. Juno.
He
He's a
said,
little bastard, but hey.
He said, Juno, you're a bastard, but okay.
You got any little scampers running around up there in their diapers?
Not yet.
Not yet?
These are pretty good.
This is pretty good.
I'm honey jacking, man.
Oh. 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 That kind of tastes, oh.
It's a sour beer, but not too sour. Who picked this one out?
Me.
This guy. No, it's Tony.
Hey, it's pretty good, man. It's
not
pretty
bad.
good.
Thanks.
I'd probably give that about a 6.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm joking. It's probably about an 8, actually. I'm not big on sour beers, though, but
I like sour beers.
I know you do.
Yeah, I give it an 8 myself.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
It
I
makes
like
me think of like that little, when you go to church, the little communion wine thing. It kind of makes me think of that.
I haven't had one of those in a while.
I usually skip that when I.
Well, it tastes like that. It kind of tastes like that. And maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But that's what it reminds me of.
I don't think it tastes like that.
I would say it does have a little bit of like a wine cooler.
It
Little
tastes
bit.
winey to me.
A little bit of a wine cooler.
It doesn't
to it,
taste-
but it's pretty good though.
It's pretty good.
I'd give it an 8 too.
I give it a 7.5.
7. 7.
I thought you said it was good.
It is good. But it makes me think of like that church wine thing, and now I feel like I'm doing something wrong.
All right, man. Wait, what? The church wine makes you feel wrong?
No, if drinking this much, Mark, that's not what it's for.
It's not what it's for, but it's not church wine.
But it tastes like it.
Okay. All right. All right. So, obviously, we got a lot to talk about. E3 was last week. First off, how are you guys feeling? How was your week?
It's pretty fun, man. I was on a big bounce house yesterday.
Huh?
Wait, what the fuck? What the actual fuck?
It sounds kind of straight, but why?
And where was my invite?
It was on the other side of the state. Did you want
Question stands, where was my invite?
He's like, I would have rolled with you.
All I need is $20 of gas, man. All I need is some gas money. Gas money, gas money.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was like a big bounce house. They had like a big bounce house. They had like a maze there, big super slide. And they had like an obstacle course too.
Dang.
And-
Where was this?
They had one on the east side of the state, but they also had one in Grand Rapids here. I just
Oh,
did it
they
with my
just
sister. And
setting it up? Is it just like a setup, or was it like an event thing?
it was a big event thing like that. So like you had like during the day it was like the full family
Okay.
type thing, and then like you could do like an adult only section.
Okay.
So you didn't have to worry about like kicking a kid in the head or something.
Oh, that's definitely something to worry
Look,
about.
man, you gotta sign that waiver when you go in there. Now, you send your kids in there for battle, you gotta expect some
You
casualties.
send them in there for battle. You don't expect to take your kid to the bouncy house and expect a battle to happen. Just like, yo, my
What
kid
did you
got
expect?
kicked.
I mean, it's gonna get a little rough in there, Mark.
Oh, I'm gonna get a little rough too then.
All right.
All right. So Steve was in the bouncy house. Josh, how was your week, man?
I worked all week.
Oh man, yeah, me too, man.
Any problems at work?
Dude.
We're not going to talk about them.
Oh, man. We can't disclose that information. Tony, man, how's your week, man?
Yeah, it's the same thing, man. Just
You
working.
at work?
Yeah, I've been working.
I was on 28th Street and I didn't see you. I didn't see your car there that one day. That's why I called you.
Oh, yeah, my car, one of the cars in my family had got into an accident, so I did not have my car. So yeah.
I
Who was
like,
driving?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, young Thomas, dude.
No.
Young Thomas.
This is like the perfect time to talk about it.
Yeah, for real.
Don't shy
Don't
away
hold
now,
out.
man. Come on, tell me about it.
I like how we gave Josh a pass, but we forced him to talk about his shit.
Well, yeah,
we talk about it.
We already know about Josh's shit. I didn't know about
It
this
was
shit,
trending
man.
on Twitter, so we don't need to talk about
True.
that.
Yeah, if y'all want to know about Josh's job and what happened the past week, go ahead and check Twitter. You have to find out where it's at though by yourself.
No, my dad got into like an accident, like a fender bender. So the car is like, it was not totaled, but the whole driver's side panel
Yeah.
is messed up. So
It was the van?
no, it was my mom's car.
Oh, the nice one.
Yeah, the Accord.
Ooh, Soul Train.
So we've been having to swap cars and figure out who it would be easier for drop people off and take people out. Yeah.
Family shit. I
Yep.
get it. I get
I
it.
was going down 28th Street. I was like, hey, Tony works over there. I don't see his car though. I stopped at Taco Bell to get the nacho fries.
Oh, yeah,
Nacho
you-
fries are back, by the way.
Yeah. You could have stopped by. Yeah. I would have been at work.
Well, I didn't know that.
How was your week, man?
Mm.
Oh, Jesus.
It's fantastic. Man, folks got me a new grill. So
Oh, yeah.
I've just been
Saw
grilling
that.
all fucking weekend, man.
Yeah. That actually looks like a pretty nice
Yeah,
grill.
it looks like a
Did I
nice
show you the grill?
We sent
Yeah,
it
you
to
sent
all
us
of
a
Send all of us a picture.
Oh!
I reserved a cheeseburger, but I haven't yet to get one.
Yeah,
I have two left there.
Yeah, bring over brats.
They're
whenever.
about medium well.
That's fine.
Hell no.
So
I'll
see,
eat
that's what
them.
I was gonna say. You know, if you were coming over and you wanted a burger, I had to leave yours on there like an extra minute or so, man. You know, 'cause I know you like your shit charred.
Did the dog get a burger?
Huh?
Did the dog get a burger?
He's not getting anything.
Poor Juno, man.
Dang.
You just get dog food.
He gets his dog food.
And you know, like that noise where the dog kibble hits the bottom of the bowl. There you go, Juno. Sit down and shut up.
Oh, he got. Oh, that was also an update. So he got snippety snipped on Monday. You
Poor
know.
Juno, man.
So I've been trying to keep him from licking that, and they gave him his happy pills that keep him calm.
Is he wearing a cone or is he?
No, he's good. He didn't have to wear a cone, but did have to keep him on those happy pills, and they make him like super tired. So it's great because I can go to sleep.
True.
So I mean, he's healed up pretty much all the way now. He peed on the floor today. Pretty good week.
Doesn't that make you angry when he does that?
Oh, it made me fucking furious. Okay. So I was working with him on the drop command. You know, where I had like a little sock, and I put a bottle, like an empty bottle of water in the sock, and I just tied it. Best toy ever. He can't get enough of it. It was crinkly. It's got like a little tail. It was actually the sock that we got from your. Remember the tuxes we rented from your wedding?
Oh, yeah.
It was the other sock. So I did that. I did that with the other sock now, and it was the best toy he's ever had.
Okay.
Literally can't get enough of it, and he's just cracking it.
I think I hear it when we play hot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's effective, right?
Yeah, it's blowing my eardrum out.
Well, that's how you know it's working.
How was your weekend, Mark?
It was good, man. It was good. Just did family stuff. I worked all week and worked yesterday, but yeah, just work.
You didn't do anything interesting. Nothing interesting happened.
This is as interesting as my life gets, man.
I am so sorry.
This is very therapeutic for me, though.
Did
I
you
get to
grill?
see you guys' faces every. No, I didn't grill, dude.
Why didn't you grill?
I didn't get a new grill.
You said you were grilling.
When did I say that?
I told you I was grilling. You said me too.
Did I?
We can check.
That was your comment.
It's neither here
That
nor
was your
there.
response.
All I said, all I remember was picture of grill. I said, "Save me a burger," and then Mark said, "Me too."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it says,
Yeah.
we grilling. Nice, save me a burger. And Mark said same.
Maybe I read it wrong.
He said we grilling. Same. You skipped the whole sentence in there.
I didn't see yours.
You didn't get a burger.
I got 2 burgers left though, but
Dude, I do not want no bloody burger.
it's not bloody.
Okay, dude.
It's just a little pink on the inside.
Y'all over there eating pink ground beef, dude.
Thought we already debunked the blood.
Yeah.
Steve debunked
It's
that.
real juicy, Mark. It's real
It's
juicy.
not blood, Mark.
All right, man.
I
All right.
seasoned it well with my special blend.
I'm afraid to ask what the special blend is. No, I'm not asking.
Okay.
Anyways, Tony, man, update us on some NBA news, dude.
Man, the finals was crazy. So, I wanted the Raptors to win,
6.
but
First timeout, actually. I heard you actually discovered some interesting news about the Raptors also.
wait, what?
Who's on the team?
Oh yeah, Jeremy Lin. Yeah, I forgot. He's the first Asian American to win an NBA championship.
How many
I don't know
minutes
what's up,
Jeremy
that's
Lin
dope.
play?
How does that make you
0. But guess what? My man.
Yeah, man. Hey, he got a ring.
championship.
Now. He got a
man.
ring. He got
How does
a
that
ring.
make you feel, man?
Feels good to be part of the community.
He said, I feel accomplished. I didn't even play, but I feel accomplished too.
I feel like I played, David.
I feel like I
Like
played.
not only did Jeremy not play and feel accomplished, I feel the exact same.
Yeah. He's like, I guess I got this ring. I didn't get no minutes in the game though. Tony was like, yo, me either. He's like, who are you?
But yeah, that was interesting. But the whole situation with KD,
I watched that video, man.
man, I will say
I've not seen
it's
it.
crazy that how much his injury affects the entire league.
Well, for as long as the finals was going on, man, all you hear is like talks about trade and how many teams were involved because
Yeah.
KD is such a big star.
Yeah, he's a free
And
agent.
boom, he gets
And,
injured, and that's a serious injury.
It's-
And so,
Yeah, he went down kind of weird. He said,
Yeah, he just like he didn't even like he's like he dribbled and he didn't even stop. He like threw it away. Like he just like nope.
said,
All right,
"Oh,
nope,
okay,
nope."
nope.
And then he leaned back and then
come on, carry me out.
Yeah,
what? That is nuts.
yeah. He was just like dribbling. He looked like he was trying to drive in.
Yeah.
And then like he like it looked like he was trying to do a spin, but I think he was just like nope, and he just spun threw the ball and then just was like hopping on one leg and then he fell down.
Did you see Van Fleet get injured too? Hit in the face?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he like cracked his whole tooth in the front.
Oh,
They were
dang.
making fun of him. He's like, "What's it feel like to be a real Canadian?" Dude, his like eye was all bruised up. He had a band-aid under his eye.
Look at my jacked up face.
He was hitting them threes in the
Yeah, I was
fourth
about to
though.
say in the last game on Game 6 though, he was killing it.
He was hitting them threes.
He was hitting them threes.
Was that because
back
he
to
got
back.
the elbow? In his
Yeah.
face?
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
But-
He's missing teeth.
He was missing his
He got
like
hit
part of
hard,
his
dude.
tooth,
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, like
He's a-
I think one of his front teeth was like chipped.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it was like real chipped.
So you're saying he was at the status of Snaggletooth Tiger?
That's the status.
Sure,
That's the
yeah.
status. Yeah, that's the status. Snag-a-tooth tiger. Yeah, and Drake was on the sidelines talking all
6.
kinds of crap. Yeah, man. But
I mean, he's been doing that for the entire
yeah, he's been doing
playoffs.
that the whole time. But like they won now, so it's different. It's a different kind of shit talking now, though. It's like we got one and we won and you didn't. It's like, sit down.
I will,
But,
I will ask you this one question though, Mark.
Oh.
Now I don't know how many of you guys follow the NBA, but I know Mark at least followed a little bit. Who do you consider right now is the best NBA player? As of right now, after the finals are over, with KD's injury, who do you consider is the
goat.
currently, the GOAT.
Current GOAT?
The current, yes. That's playing right now.
It's a loaded question, man.
I mean, like, because it was
Curry.
pretty, it was pretty
Hey man,
easily.
he just couldn't
People were
carry his
saying,
team on his back.
people
He
were saying
scored
that
half
it was
his
KD
points.
throughout the entire, for the entire season until his
I would
injury.
have assumed people were saying Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, that's what they say now because of how he played. Like, easily the best defensive player.
Knowing myself, I was gonna bring it way back. I was gonna say LeBron, but he scrubbed it out with the Lakers. So I can't really
well,
say that.
did you hear the trade that made?
Yeah.
Like,
Update.
Yep.
Anthony Davis
Davis.
got traded today. Was that today or was that yesterday? I don't
It
know.
was, I think,
It was
yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Man, the Lakers
Anthony
paid a
Davis.
heavy price.
They
for that.
gave up half the team.
They gave up.
Lonzo's gone.
Yeah, Lonzo's gone.
Yeah.
They I forgot the other two rookies that were pretty big core. But then not only that, they traded like three first round picks,
Yeah.
and then this Thursday in the draft they gave away their 4th overall pick too.
They traded everything.
They gave
for
everything
AD, man.
for hoping for 2 All-Stars.
Wait.
Or
So
well,
it's
one
not-
All-Star, but I'm just saying 2
Oh,
in the
yeah,
team,
yeah,
like
yeah.
LeBron and Anthony.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
though. That's all you
Yeah.
need. All you need is LeBron and AD, man. And that's all
What
you
if,
need.
what if your ankle gets snapped up?
LeBron never gets injured for more than a few minutes in the game. Even if he gets hurt, he comes back in the 4th. And has Anthony Davis been injured?
I don't think so, not yet.
I looks like I'm sitting pretty.
But did
I need
KD
the-
get injured before?
I need these two.
Yeah.
Huh?
KD
Yeah.
got
Did he?
injured pretty bad right before, and
So I didn't really-
people were saying that he probably wouldn't be the same either, but he actually came back and was still dominating. And then
This he's not gonna be the same.
this might, yeah. They said that the only player that ever came back from Achilles injury was what's his name, Dominic Wilkins.
Yeah,
Way back in the day,
that's way back.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's a
he was the
pretty
only.
big tendon to come back from.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so
It sucks to see a player like that get hurt like that too.
yeah, and it affects so much with the trades that were gonna go happen.
Well, like you said, the whole NBA fell silent when they heard like it was an Achilles injury and it was pretty serious. And then like everyone's just like shit. Like now everybody's trying to like scuffle up. Like, well, we're gonna work on this trade, but now we gotta figure out something else. Because what if he doesn't come back? you
Yeah,
know?
like because literally him being a free agent affected how like 6 teams were gonna go involved being in trade or something like that. Some crazy.
All the teams are like, what? KD got injured. And just start shuffling papers.
Did you guys see the infographic that someone posted on Reddit today about how many championships like each NBA team had? So it's
Knicks have 0, right?
so it's like the Celtics with 17, then the Lakers with 15, and then it goes all the way down to the Bulls with 6,
Ooh wee.
and then
Oh, that's why they call Boston and LA like a dynasty.
Yeah.
That's a lot of championships. Then you go down. You're in the teens, then you go down to 6. That's crazy.
dude, yeah, then
Yeah,
it's
well,
just
guess what? Who was all a part of that 6 of the Bulls?
Yeah, we know what happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a quick 6. And he's done. Yeah, it was a quick 6, something light.
But yeah, that sucks to see such a all-star player like still in his prime.
Yeah, man.
You know,
He's still dominating.
because he's 30 going to 31 this year.
He's 31.
Yeah, and then he's gone for a whole season.
Yeah.
And then after that, from the recovery, he has to probably do rehab. So
Physical therapy and all
yeah,
that stuff.
so
yeah.
and he'll be back technically when he's 33.
Dang.
And
I don't think it's gonna affect his like worth or if he gets traded.
Oh, I
Like,
think I definitely
his
I heard
value
I
that
heard
he's gonna
already
bring.
that what was it called? Golden State already offered them the max contract, like the $200 million or
Keep
something.
him to stay, to get him to stay. Oh, hell
Knowing
no.
that he's gonna be gone a whole
Yeah.
season,
They want
and
him to
possibly because like that's the
$200 million.
That's like the max because like NBAs have like their there's
they have a
limits.
cap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have a
they
cap.
have
Yeah,
cap.
for that. So like I believe it's like a $200
How
million
do they still
for
have
4
so
years.
much money though? They have so many people.
I don't know like how the
People
limit
must be
is.
taking like pay cuts. I know they have to. There's too many stars on that team.
Yeah,
But-
because they offered it to I think him and because Klay Thomas I think is also a free agent.
Clay got injured too, right?
Yeah, but I think they offered him also.
Poor Clay.
Yeah, he killed it in the
Nah,
finals. in my
Clay's
opinion.
good, man.
Yeah,
Clay's good.
he killed it.
Hopefully
in
those
the finals.
guys recover and they're all right.
Mm-hmm.
They end up being all right. But heard some new music released.
Yeah, one of the Raptors teammates.
One of the rappers. Don't talk about Drake like that.
6.
I have not heard
Dude,
the songs yet.
Released a couple singles right after the finals.
What are they called?
I'm ashamed
I
to
haven't
call
actually
myself a
heard.
Drake fan.
I'm surprised that you haven't listened.
I
It's
know.
such a
I
big-
know.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I'm not even a Drake fan, and I knew the singles came out.
Yes, Josh.
So what?
Yes.
What are they called? I haven't heard.
It's called Omerta. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. And what's the other one called? Something about the grave.
Yeah, it was Omerta and Money in the Grave.
Money in the grave.
I have not heard them yet.
I'm about to listen to these on the way home.
Yeah, exactly. I'm about to listen to them right away. I can't believe I haven't. Yeah, I haven't even heard them. But or heard of them. But you know, new music from Drake is always refreshing.
6.
Every time I say it, you're gonna do that. Okay. all right.
I don't get it.
Huh?
Because the 6, Toronto, he always says that in his music.
What? Hold on. Wait. What?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
He said no.
Explain to me. What does this mean?
It's the 6.
6 what?
The 6.
The 6 what?
The 6.
Cents?
No, the 6.
The 6 what?
Like the 6. Like, you know, like in League, or not in League, in Heroes, the Butcher, it's the 6.
Oh my god.
6 what?
It's like a district number or something. I forgot how he explained it, but
Is this the Hunger Games?
okay. Well, Jim Jones put out some new music. He says it's the Hunger Games? No, man. No, this ain't the Hunger Games.
From what district do you hail?
So I took a, you know, I usually don't listen. I never really listened to Dipset. So I don't know. You know who Dipset is, right? Cameron, Jim Jones, Joel.
I'm honestly surprised they're still making music now that you.
Cameron, does he still make music?
I'm not sure. This is like
Didn't
the
he do
first-
like Purple Haze? Was that the?
Yeah. You know, this is a very mature hip hop album, though. You know, like I don't know. You
gotta
guys listen to
it to believe
444. Well,
What do you compare it to? As far as maturity.
I would say it's a step under Jay-Z. I would never compare
Wow.
Jim Jones to Jay-Z.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought.
No.
That's what I thought you were saying for a minute.
Never.
Hey, hang on.
Never.
Hang on.
Never.
Easy.
But it was just different, and like I was never drawn to like Dipset like that. But I don't know. You know, we got older. They obviously got older.
That's how it works.
Yeah, it's just different hip hop, man. It's just different hip hop.
I mean, the music has changed.
Yeah.
It's different now compared to what it was back then when we were
Very
younger.
different now. Very different now. But it's good. I would. suggest you
Isn't
guys
today
take a listen.
Tupac's birthday?
Is it? Happy birthday, Pac.
Happy
If it
birthday,
is.
Pac.
If it is.
Hey, come on over. We'll have a drink, man. I know you're still out there. You know he is, Mark. I saw him back when I was in Chicago in March.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You saw Pac in Chicago?
Yeah.
You listen to this guy, dude.
I saw Pac at the club I was at.
Oh, he's like,
Yeah,
hey,
man.
Pac.
He was born June 16th, 1971.
All right, dude. All right. Happy birthday, Pac.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Dad.
Proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. You made another year out the hood.
Dude.
I did read a comment today that I thought was pretty funny. They were like, "Oh, I saw Tupac trending on Twitter today. I thought they found him in Cuba or something, but it was just his birthday."
I see a bunch of those. It's just his birthday. Wow. Dude. Wow. Anybody got any new shows? Steve?
New shows?
Or new movies?
New movies? Well, let's
Murder
see.
Mystery?
Murder Mystery is this on.
I'm gonna watch that tonight, actually.
It's
I'll try to watch it tomorrow.
it's okay. I mean, it's an Adam Sandler movie, so
I like Adam Sandler, though.
I like.
it's kind of funny, but like the movie's a little predictable.
Oh, no.
See, I liked Adam Sandler up until Click.
Dude, you didn't like Click?
Wait. Did you
Oh
up until
my
like
gosh.
you liked Click and every movie after that was bad, or you just didn't like Click?
Every movie after Click was bad, right?
So Click was good.
Click, it hit like a nerve, man. That was a deep movie, man. I didn't like it. Like I was talking to Jeff last night when we were playing Heroes. We were talking about his kids were watching Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs or something like that, and I was like, you know that other movie,
that movie.
Up. I did
Yeah.
not like that movie either. That was a deep movie.
Honestly,
man.
yeah, the beginning was good, and obviously you get to the feels. But then after that, yeah, I don't know, it just kind of died off for me. Like the beginning was great, just how it showed off, how it starts, and then it gets really, really sad.
It does get really sad. That movie's sad. Man.
Yeah.
So would you suggest Murder Mystery to us, Steve? Or to the people? Oh, he
Do
wouldn't
you
suggest it.
feel like your time was wasted in watching Murder Mystery?
No, it wasn't wasted. I'd give it like a 6.5.
Oh, no, I'm not watching that, dude.
So, I mean, if you're a fan of Adam Sandler, it's just like it's
yeah,
predictable Adam Sandler movie.
Does he
I'll
still
give it
have
a
his whole team that he always like?
Is Rob Schneider in it?
No, actually, there's like none of those people in it.
Really? None of them.
Who else is in there?
was it Jennifer Aniston plays his wife in it.
Oh. He did.
That's an upgrade, right? Hit him with the upgrade.
He did have a movie with her, right? What was it called? It was about him being like he hooked up with women by pretending to be like getting married.
He was like,
and he lied about it all the time.
She was his assistant.
Yeah.
And then she was playing his fake ex-wife.
Yeah.
I forget what the movie was called, but yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I have not seen this movie at all.
It's actually pretty good. And I think it's after Clicked.
Yeah.
Well, it's not real.
That one wasn't.
I haven't seen it.
All right, so you give it a 6.5.
Yeah. Just because it was kind of predictable.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys ready to get into the shit?
I think
Yeah.
I'm ready, man. Let's just because there's a lot I need to catch up on because I couldn't even watch all of it.
Oh,
a lot of
yeah.
stuff
We
out there.
can let you know.
I'm about to go broke. There's a lot of good stuff coming out, man. E3 was awesome.
Yeah.
How would you feel that this E3 compared to last year's?
I don't really remember anything from last year's. Was Kingdom Hearts 3 announced last year?
Wasn't it announced like every year?
It was, yeah. I think,
It's like, yeah.
Listen,
I think they
everybody.
gave the date during last
Okay.
year's E3. So
Okay. Oh, and then it got pushed back throughout the year.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think this year's E3 is really good, actually. I think Nintendo has a bunch of shit brewing.
Even
that's
without
really good.
Sony?
Yeah, Sony has some shit brewing, but they didn't need to be there. Square Enix was there, so I'm fine.
I think to me, basically, yeah, Square Enix replaced
Yeah.
Sony, and I feel like it's good because I hate it when companies honestly like release a game and then like 4 years later, like that's terrible. Like, granted, they did that with Final Fantasy VII. We'll get into that topic later, but you know, it's just you show off a game and then like nothing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it comes out next year. No, I'd rather them just wait, keep working on a title, don't let us know, and then like either later that same year or the next year, announce the game and let us expect it and play it in its glory.
I honestly kind of wanted to talk about that topic. Like, would you rather a game company like tease you for like 3 years?
No.
Nope.
Or would you rather them just like...
Yeah, what would be the minimum amount, or like what time frame would you want? Like the maximum, like would
Don't
it
do
be
3 years.
a year?
I want a
I
year.
Would
can
be the
tolerate
max?
what they're doing right now. Like a lot of the Nintendo games are coming out. There's like a lot of good games coming out like next year, March. Give me just under a year. A year.
I
So
think,
like 9 months?
Yeah.
I think for me a year is what
Because-
that's what I've always liked.
Because
about
like
Nintendo.
what happens if like, let's say Kingdom Hearts 4, right, is coming out, okay? Okay, Mark. But
You're gonna be 50 by that time, but it's coming.
But let's say Square Enix announced it for the first time. Like, no one's ever heard anything about it. Like, obviously, they knew it was in the making or whatever, but they never teased it, nothing. But then they were like, it's coming out next week.
I would question if this was like an April Fool's joke.
I'd be
hyped.
Yeah,
I'd be happy. I'd be
happy.
super
There's
happy.
There's no way.
okay,
Hey.
but you're just saying like we're just talking based on like announcements.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I would be if it was like that's not
So
too
like yeah,
soon.
but like 3 years from now, they were like, oh, it's out next week. And, like that was your notice was like, it's next.
Would you
like, do I need to be notified?
No,
Do I need to be given more time? Is what the question is. Right?
Yeah.
No.
No. I'd be ecstatic.
Back to Steve's original question. Like, what's the most amount of time I would allow? A year. Like, make the game, and then like if you want to pique our interest or put something out there real quick, do it. But don't be like 2022. you know, like.
No. Yeah, I'm the same. I rather not you show a game because like Kingdom Hearts was already a tease for the longest on top of when Final Fantasy 15 was because that you have to remember that was originally 13 verses.
Yeah, when a game has been in
way
development
back.
for so long that the name changes,
Yeah.
you know you've been doing it for too long.
I mean, I think with games that we're like used to playing and we want another one or we know a sequel should be coming or whatever, like a year definitely tops. But my favorite announcements are when they have like a new IP, they show it off. You're like, oh man, this game actually looks pretty sweet, and they're like, it's out now.
Yeah.
It'll be available for download
Nah.
tonight.
Yeah.
Those
Those
those announcements.
Like,
Yeah,
oh my
that-
gosh!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Where's my Switch?
Yeah,
that's
those are the
I like that,
great
man.
ones.
yeah,
That tells me
hype.
that you took your time.
The only
And
problem I have with that is like, since they waited so long, it might not be as good as you might think.
But they're still gonna, even if they teased it though later, like, is that gonna like change anything?
Well, I'm just saying, like, thinking back, because they did it on the Super Bowl with a movie, and it was like Cloverfield or something like that, Paradox, and like they're like, oh yeah, here's a trailer, and you can stream now, and I was like, everyone watching is like,
I like Cloverfield and
so
the
it was like
series.
their marketing scheme was like, oh,
Maybe
boom.
that was because the movie was garbage.
Did you see
Because
it?
the movie, yeah, so
Yeah,
it
movie
was
was
garbage.
I like the whole Cloverfield thing.
You like that?
Yeah, I like the whole series.
Whoa.
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like a 3 out of 10.
Oh no.
That makes you a 3 out of 10 by association. Because you repped it.
Wow. Tell them how you really feel.
Yeah, jeez, dude. My gosh.
I
Okay.
think the only way I'd be okay with them like dropping it that fast is if they showed like a lot of information on it. Like I'd have to know enough to like be like, okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
I
saying
think they
like
should definitely
I'm
give
just
it more info.
saying
Because sometimes trailers are just like very vague and
Yeah.
they don't really show much gameplay
That's
or
why
whatever.
I'm-
So you're like, well, what's
This is the
gameplay?
exact thing I'm mad about. Like, I mean, I know, like, you know, Josh, you're a big Halo fan, but
I was just gonna say Halo.
Like, I
when
mean,
Steve
they-
was talking, I was like Halo.
yeah. Like, I mean, they showed it last year. It was just a CG trailer. It's another year, and guess what? All we saw is another
Dude,
CG
a
trailer.
whole year's gone by, and it's just another CG trailer.
I mean,
It's horrible.
yeah, and it's
Yeah,
just like
I'm not
they
gonna-
should not
it's
do
terrible.
stuff like
It's
that.
awful.
Yeah, it's terrible. Don't ever do shit like that.
You don't like getting dragged along?
No,
No?
I'd rather not know about it.
exactly.
Yeah.
But,
I'd rather
but
not.
you know that you know it's cooking.
That's
And-
fine.
And the
It can-
longer it takes to cook, it's going to be more tender.
That's not true.
It gets burnt and crusty.
All right. Well, speaking of Halo, I'd say we go in
Burnt
order.
crusty.
He said burnt crusty. I was like, ew. Anyways, let's go in order and start with the Microsoft stuff, just to do a short recap and see if any feelings have changed. Are you still waiting for Halo, or does this discussion of having
until
the same
until they tell
content-
me until they show like what their multiplayer and stuff's gonna be like, because I mean I know the story is gonna be, you know, a Halo story, right? It's gonna be fun to play through. It's gonna have that sweet like escape level at the end.
Does it always have an escape level? Is that true?
For the most part, yeah.
I mean, I only played up to 3, but yes, because I
Yeah,
think
usually they have some kind of
Yeah.
because I think the third one you played
know,
as
you're like racing against
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Always.
then-
So that's their thing. Then.
Yeah, it's like their thing. You know, it's gonna be a good story whether you played it or not. Yeah, whatever.
I couldn't even tell you what's
But I want to know some multiplayer modes like Gears of War. You know, they told me what was coming. They told
I'm not a fan of Gears, but that was sweet.
yeah.
how they said,
They
hey,
sh-
these are the modes we're gonna come out. Here's when you can see them.
That Gears rollout, I'll give it to them. That was pretty sick.
That was the best announcement they had.
Oh,
See, I think for Steve, you know, you still got. I know you got your foam finger with Halo #1.
Don't do it. Steve's a
No,
closet
no,
Halo fan.
Number one Halo.
I'm actually
Do you still have your AGP shirt?
I probably
Oh,
Do you remember?
yeah, dude, you guys were pro, dude. You guys were pro.
Do you have your AGP
we were
shirt
good,
coming?
we weren't pro.
I think I do
You
somewhere.
guys got there and people was like, "Who are these guys?" So you guys came back home real quick. I was like, "Y'all done?"
Bro, it wasn't even when we got to the tournament. It was when we got to the hotel and we played with those dudes. Those guys trashed us.
Y'all went with Costy, right?
No, it was
Yeah.
it Costy?
It was Costy.
Yeah,
Oh,
Costa
okay.
Was
and
it?
James.
Yeah, I just remember James. Like,
Oh dang.
But no, I'm even more excited about Borderlands 3
Oh,
because I've been playing a little bit of the Borderlands 2. I'm just like, I forgot
checking
that.
that out.
I forgot there was talent trees in there and stuff
Oh,
like that.
dude, that's Steve's
And I'm
jam,
just like,
dude.
oh, this is. I was like, I forgot that they had this stuff. This just makes it so much more fun because you're like,
does, man.
ooh, get one more level, get more point into that,
You
get,
got-
get some gun damage here,
You get some guns with some talent trees.
You like
Steve's
guns?
all over it, dude.
and then you get those like
Didn't you like
badass
that one
weapons.
gun that shot up in the air?
I think
We
it was
we
a
tried
grenade.
we tried out that
Oh no,
free
yeah, it was your gun.
DLC.
Yeah.
We tried out the free DLC.
oh the
Yeah,
starter gun that they gave me.
the arc. Yeah,
It like
arcs up.
instead of shooting out straight, it would shoot out like this.
It would go to
It would-
arc.
It would go
What if
to
you're
arc.
pointing down?
I tried that and it
tried to
still
do that,
didn't
yeah.
work.
Because like every time like we were fighting, you know, like the psychos that like run up to you or
Yeah.
whatever, Steve's like shooting, but like it's
Just
arcing
going
over the
over
guys. I'm like, Steve, you're missing. Your
I'm like,
shit's
why am I
arcing.
not doing any damage?
Steve's like this. It's like Going over, he's like, why is it doing this?
He's just running at him. I got you.
Yeah, dude,
More meat for the tenderizer.
Dude, those guys are creepy, man. I hate the psychos, man.
But
I gotta like, get him on more. I'm like level 9 or something like that.
I played with Josh and Steve, and we made like the level 30. I was trying to start over, and then like me and Mark, we played, and I've been on his game since I'm a little bit higher, and Gump plays with us too.
How
And
old
we
are you
started,
guys at?
I think I'm
Is it like around 9?
Marcus. I think is around that. I'm like 16.
Or I think I'm
15
12 now. I'm like
Yeah.
12.
I gotta get back in.
I was just playing my 30 guy. I'm like 40 something. that game.
Yeah, of course. That's
Holy
that's
course,
the-
Steve.
yeah.
Giving
All
it
right.
the old wow syndrome where you just
See
sit
you guys
down.
next week where Steve has beaten both games.
You'll just sit down. And
I was like,
you
man,
have
I left when I was 31.
And I'm like 10
31.
levels higher.
Jeez, dude.
Now, when you're doing your grinding, Steve, do you have a robe and gold glasses like Mark?
Oh my gosh. Next,
Sometimes.
dude. Oh my gosh.
cool.
Okay.
Cool.
All right.
So there is like an leveling an attire. That's
What is wrong with you?
You gotta,
No,
you gotta
like,
be
what's wrong
comfy.
with you?
Yeah, that's true. You do,
You do have to be comfy. The robe does it. I don't have gold glasses though.
so you got rid of them.
All right. Borderlands 3 does look good.
Yeah.
Borderlands 3 looks
Borderlands.
really good.
To me, the takeaway was again, Phantasy Star Online.
Whew.
That
Yeah, that's true.
Which Xbox boss said it was coming out for everything,
yep.
not just
Switch too?
Xbox.
Apparently,
yeah.
I
What
know.
Switch?
Yeah, Switch.
Yeah, I think we had this
don't know, that's
conversation.
not
And,
PC, right? We getting it for PC?
I honestly,
I don't know if I'm getting, but
I tried to look up some videos of the Japanese game to kind of see like
how the gameplay is.
how gameplay looked.
Mhm.
It was all right. Looks a little dated, but it's all right.
Like I said, it came out in Japan a few years ago. So,
Yeah.
But we're finally getting it now.
Yeah, I remember
Do you
I
think
tried
they're
sign
gonna
up for
update the
beta.
graphics, or they can keep it the
I
same?
hope so. I hope so. I was talking to Brian about it the other day. He's like, "What? Oh man!" He's like brushing his teeth or something. He's like, "What? Oh, that's crazy, dude." yeah, man. I was like, "Yeah, man. Fantasy Star Online 2 is coming to."
See, I think getting it on the Switch would be sweet. Just like having it like portable, like for me, I travel
Yeah.
sometimes and go to like anime, like LA and Chicago. So I think having it and just like if you guys wanted to play like at night after like I'm done, I'm like, yo, yeah, let me hop on and just do a mission or so. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
I think I read that somewhere that like the little cartridges that the Switch have, don't those hold like as much as like a Blu-ray or something like that? Or
What?
I think I read that somewhere.
I
That's
don't know.
nuts.
I don't think I've ever looked it
Yeah,
up.
no,
See
If you
how.
think about it, I mean, they shoved Skyrim on there.
They
So
did.
it's-
I
Yeah.
mean, Witcher's coming out on
I
it.
would.
But how big are the updates though? Like that for the downloads?
How much do Blu-rays like hold?
Shit.
Well, you can hold a lot of data, but to think that one of those little cartridges would hold as much as a Blu-ray is nuts, I guess.
Well, if you think about it, like Josh, the memory cards that Josh just bought for the cameras, like they're like 128 gigs
That's true.
in that little thing, and I know there's bigger ones than that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess it's
Blu-rays.
definitely possible, yeah.
I think like you can get like a terabyte in those little things or something like.
Well, I mean, when you
Is
guys
Blu-ray technology old technology now?
Yeah, Blu-rays hold 25 for a single layer, 50 for a dual layer.
50 gigs.
Yeah.
So yeah, the smaller memory
Dude,
card easily
Blu-ray
beats that.
technology is old technology now, dude.
Oh yeah.
We are old, man.
I don't want to be old.
So we all agree. Everybody feels the same about Microsoft stuff. Nothing has changed except for Josh and Halo.
I will say the Keanu Reeves things obviously has gone very viral.
Dude, Keanu's in everything, huh, Steve?
You ain't popping up ever, man. He's in Toy
Dude.
Story 4.
That is nuts.
He's Forky, right?
Dude.
No, he's a little,
He said no.
he's a little stunt driver.
Keanu's everywhere.
And that comes out this week.
Yeah, this coming Friday.
I think this Friday. Toy
Yeah.
Story 4.
I gotta get work off.
Check it out in theaters.
Have
I gotta
you
get work off.
have you seen the promotion for the movie Child's Play, the one with Chucky? It's pretty funny. It basically shows him murdering off the Toy Story
Yeah, that's
characters.
messed up.
How many did they have? Because I saw the Buzz Lightyear one.
Yeah, we
I
saw
saw
the Buzz
the
one.
Slinky Dog one. Was there any other ones?
That's messed up.
I don't know. I haven't like really looked into it. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah.
That, like I saw. Yeah, those
Yeah,
were
that's
out.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
I'm about to watch these.
So let me get this straight. You're gonna take work off to watch Toy Story?
Hey man, Toy Story
That-
is
that's
actually
No. Toy Story is good.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Now look,
a
Lion
childhood.
King, Toy Story. It's very close.
So you're
Clear cut
gonna,
winner, but it's
so you're gonna watch that Lion King when it comes out?
Yeah.
no.
What?
What?
Donald Glover?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's why.
He just rated like.
Yeah, you just rated it. I love Toy Story. You're literally taking off work for Toy Story.
Yes.
But you rated Lion King higher. But when Steve asked you if you're going to go see Lion King, you say no? That makes no sense, dude.
No.
Huh?
No.
Okay.
I wanna remember. I just want to remember exactly the way it is, right? But this new Toy Story, this is new. All the same characters, right? And they added Keanu Reeves as Forky.
That's not. That's not.
Isn't that what you said?
No, he's the stunt driver.
Is this a fake news podcast?
Yeah, Marlon's shit is all messed up, dude.
I wanted him to play Forky. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I thought that would be cool.
I'm mad at Keanu Reeves because he didn't play Forky.
Me too.
Keanu Reeves and everything.
I said, me too.
So I still feel the same about the Star Wars game too. So Microsoft shit aside, let's talk about some new shit, man.
What you got?
Boy, oh boy, that Square Enix presentation, I loved it, man.
Yeah.
Except
they did a good job.
now we have some updated news apparently on the Final Fantasy remake stuff. Josh is saying that it's been confirmed that it's only in Midgar.
Yeah,
the game's trash.
That's gonna be really
The
upsetting.
game's trash, dude.
All right,
'Cause-
please explain to that to someone who hasn't played the game.
You played Final Fantasy 7?
All right,
No, I
Tony.
haven't played it.
Tony, lay it off. Dude.
Oh.
I like started,
So-
but I didn't get that
so-
far. into it.
Where's Midgar, dude?
Midgard's the beginning area of the game.
Disc
And
1, dude.
Disc 1. And that's in that Midgard, the area that you're in is a town, and you probably can do it if you're really good, maybe in like an hour and a half. Probably normal players like 3 to 4 hours.
That's where Cloud Story starts, dude.
Yeah, it's where
So
the
30
whole
minutes for me.
Yeah, probably. Dude. Yeah, that's
probably
fair.
I don't
That's
know,
fair.
but like I said, it's realistically probably at the very most for an average player like 4 hours in the disc 1.
No, there were 4 discs, right?
It was 3 in the game, and I think disc 1. I mean, I guess this would be a spoiler alert, but I mean, if you guys haven't played Final Fantasy 7, then
It's no
sorry.
spoiler. It's been out-
Game's been out for like 20 years. Dude. It's been 20 years.
But yeah, the disc 1 ended with Aerith's dying in the shrine, which is like super far later and from Midgar, like hours, like 20 to 30 hours later into it. So the fact that it's only Midgar is very upsetting if that's really the case. Like, I understand that, changing the graphics then to what it is now is a big feat. You probably will be able to explore more. And I know they're showing more because a lot of the stuff back then you couldn't show. Like, because Cloud, he has meltdowns because he kind of believes he's somebody else in the beginning of the game. So when he realized that it's not his memories, he has little psychotic meltdowns, and like you can't really see that in an old school game. They just kind of like pop it up in the blue text, just saying like like,
And he'd be like, ugh.
yeah, exactly. And it's just like little things,
Shaking
but like
his head.
like in one of the trailers.
His little dumbbell arm man. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
the Popeye arms, dude.
Yeah, like and one of the new trailers that they show that like didn't happen in the game in the past was like Aerith like grabbing Cloud and he was like, "Come protect me," and then the shadowy figure starts popping up, and like that never happened in the real one.
Because Sephiroth's the last boss of Midgar, right? Like you kind of square off against him.
No, because like Sephiroth is in Cloud's head. Because Sephiroth throughout the entire game he's frozen in the crater. Like he's frozen. It's just that, like I said, Cloud he fell into like the Mako energy, and so with that it messed up his mind. Like he got messed up because he fought Sephiroth and like saved Tifa and everything like that. But he believed that he was Zack, but he's not. And so he gets his memories a little mixed up, and as he figures out that like something's off, something's not right, as you're going through the story, he has these meltdowns. But like, yeah, that little area where he keeps seeing Sephiroth, like it's his mind, like his mental breakdown happening. And so
I'm just trying to figure out because they showed the little scorpion like boss, right?
Yep.
Where does that take place?
That's the first boss right in the beginning, because like
Right in
right
the
after you jump
beginning.
off the train, that's when you're destroying the first reactor.
So if you had to guess, what would be the final fight then in that game?
The
If
final
it's
fight-
only Midgar,
If it's only Midgar, because the end of Midgar is you escaping escaping the Shinran Tower.
Yeah, you're on the roof, right? And
Yep.
you're trying to get
and
out.
then you get out and you go on the bike, and then technically the final fight right before you actually leave Midgar is this big weird mechanical robot that's like chasing you on the bike. That's technically the final boss of Midgar, because right after that you zip off of Midgar with your bike and everyone's on the truck. So technically that would be the final fight, if that's the case. So again, it's just a weird place to leave the game off.
You're missing out on a lot of characters, and if you're only getting
Oh yeah,
you're missing, like,
you
Red
don't
13.
you don't get any of that. Yeah,
If
the
game stays
team.
in-
Well,
if it
because they
stays in
showed
Midgar-
what's his name, the
Vincent,
nope
the
Sid,
dog,
nope
Barrett.
Barrett.
That's
They
Mark.
They showed they
Yeah,
showed
there's
Mark.
only four-
They
there's
showed
only
Mark, and
four
then they
characters.
showed. Then did they show Tifa too?
Yeah,
and
they
that was
showed
it.
Tifa.
That was
Oh,
it.
Aerith
So
is
those-
gonna be there.
Yeah.
Well,
You see
yeah,
if-
obviously.
so
So
those
like,
are all the people you meet in
Yep.
Midgar.
And then you
That's
show,
it.
and then they show a little bit of Sephiroth when he's like in his
Yeah.
head, right?
Yeah.
But that's
Mhm.
about
But
it.
So-
basically, you miss out on Yuffie, which you find in the open world, or you encounter in the open world, and
Yep.
you would miss out on Vincent. They'll
Yep.
probably incorporate him somehow. But basically, what I'm trying to say is, put it in perspective. Like, if this game is only in Midgar, you miss out on so much of the rest of the game.
Yeah, and then that questions how many Final Fantasy VII games there are until you get to the final
They
fight
better
with
That was
not.
Sephiroth.
just about what I was about to
They better
ask.
not
Was
do
like,
that.
if I buy this game,
They better not do
it
that.
are they going to be charging me for the rest of the game, or is it just going to be like, oh,
They
here's
don't know
the
like,
$60 or $70 for the game, and then once the next part's available, you can just download and play it, or do I have to like pay?
and like they,
X
they
amount
didn't
to-
say. And that's why like I feel like it's,
So I think we
it's a
talked
wrong
about
move.
this before. We
Yeah.
we said they're definitely going to charge you $60 every single time. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna
it's
be-
definitely going to be a $60 charge. It's just how many things. Because like I was talking to Mark about this just last night, and like how the gameplay is and how different it is. They definitely can cut a lot of things off because just the way how.
And
the
I think
mechanics of the
they
game
kind of
is.
said that too, is they were going to kind of like retell the story.
But not entire areas, though.
Yeah, like
But-
like
It's not even
shortening.
the story. It's like a prequel now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're not even getting to like any of the weapons or anything.
Yeah.
And
It sounds kind of
flying.
like the Dragon Ball Z Kai, where they like shortened it all up.
Yeah. Like and it's fine because like I will say their combat system I was very worried about because I'm a huge turn-based fan, and that when they changed it, I was really worried and how it looked. But
Looks great.
how they explained it, I
It
thought
almost
it
reminds me
that-
of like a Tails combat system.
yeah, like the
that's
ATB
awesome.
combat that they have planned, I think is awesome. It's pretty great. It definitely changes how like some of the use and even need of some of the materials that they'll have. Like there used to be a slash all for Cloud, where he, like in a turn-based, his attack just hit everybody instead of just one person. Obviously, that material's not going to exist. He's not going to just magically hit one dude and everyone gets hurt. If it's going to be real live action, so like that area to get those materials, that they probably won't. You won't even have to do that as a side mission
Maybe
or
they
anything
could do
like
a
that.
splash on.
Yeah, that'd
If
be
you're
kinda
fighting
weird.
multiple enemies and you just give it to one dude, maybe they all take damage. or
Um,
something.
Be like
So-
a cleave.
Yeah.
So what exactly is the combat system like?
So they do
It's
a
active
real,
time battle.
yeah, like live action time. So basically, you're hitting square. That's going to be your main hit, and but they were trying to incorporate where it's not just a hack and slash. So they integrated this thing called the ATB meter. So there's, as I can see so far, there's only 2 bars. I don't know.
Well, when you were going through your menus and you were like, if you were gonna pick like a magic attack or whatever, it kind of froze time.
Yep. So like once you're it's 2 meters. Once you hit 1 meter, you get a point to do the the strategy of the game back like in turn-based style. So the game slows down. You can switch between any characters that have their ATB meter at least half or full, and then you get to choose if you want to do a spell or like a special move or even pop a limit break or pop a potion. So you do have to be careful because you can't just heal whenever. Like you can't heal. You have to make it to at least half of our full ATB meter. And so far what they showed is each character gets a max of 2. So, like if you're fighting and just aggressively and you're not even close to getting one and you're about to die, you're running for a while probably. You're moving around. So you have to be smart about how you want to use your ATB meter. Should I use a heal for this one and then wait for the next one to pop a limit break, pop, whatever. So they still have that turn-based style, but in a real live, combat, which I think is smart because it kind of caters to the new gamers, which everyone likes the new action games where you're just hacking and slashing kind of. But then it goes into the old turn-based style for a lot of the people that want to really focus on what you're doing.
It's like, I don't know if you ever played Dragon Age 2.
Yeah. Well, wait, did I? No, I played Inquisition.
Well, that's the latest one. But yeah, Dragon Age 2 does the same thing. You can either hit a button and pause and bring up a menu, or you can just keep hitting square, hack and slash, and it stops to cast spells or whatever. Same thing.
Did I ever give you that game back?
I mean,
I hope so.
no matter what, the game looks good.
Yeah.
It's going to be probably a
I think it's
really good game. But people who played through Final Fantasy are going to want more and quickly.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be. I think it's good.
Anyone who hasn't was going to want more because that sounds like I'm going to be over in a day.
It's still going to be good for you though because you haven't played the first Final Fantasy, so you haven't experienced the terrible targeting that was Final Fantasy 7.
Yeah, Marlon.
If you go back and try to target a chocobo that's about to run away, you can't. You literally can't. And I'm like, how was this even possible?
Because I think when we talked about if it was going to be episodic, like they rumored to have it, we said the episodes would have to come out within a reasonable amount of time for it to be okay. And I don't know how, this sounds like they're cutting a lot out of even the first disc of the game. So, how many hours am I actually going to be playing this? And
let's talk limitations. Versus episodic versus, doing the full game and then coming out with, brand new content, right? Are there limitations to doing it that way versus, obviously, this way is cheaper because you already have a story. And if I can put out a game where it only covers whatever happened on disc 1 and then just give you episodes or DLC based on we already have a story written, so we don't need to do anything else, that's obviously cheaper. But was it you think it was a money thing?
Yeah, it's a money thing.
It always is a money
I mean,
thing.
Now
probably
you're paying $180 for
I don't even know if it's
game.
a money thing. I think they probably wanted to do a lot and they just probably couldn't do it in the time period people wanted it in.
I think they could.
This is
They had plenty of time.
I think what Josh is probably true is just because of the fact that, again, it's a mistake to announce a game that far back because it was announced
they just announced it
3-4 years ago, and great, it's awesome, that's super hype. I mean, obviously it's Final Fantasy 7, everyone's gonna love it. So
but that's the thing too.
But it probably wasn't even polished. It wasn't even done.
They shouldn't have done it.
They were probably just starting production.
Yeah, because at the time they were
like, this is a good idea. Let's do this. We're gonna do it now, and here we're gonna do it. And then you haven't had any finish.
You haven't done it yet.
You're not even
this is gonna be a bigger project than we thought.
Yeah, and then you just get to that point where it's we have to release something, or people are going to flip, right?
Okay. But after that 3 or 4 years or whatever, do you really only give me Midgar?
I think, like I said, I think it's because they probably had to release it because, again, it's been 4 years now. And
how do you only have Midgar after 4 years?
It doesn't. Look,
games take
true
a long
Final
time.
Fantasy fans aren't going to care. And I think that's what they're kind of banking off of. Because it's Final Fantasy and you're going to buy it. And I'm going to get money. And then I'm going to keep milking this. Well, I'm going to keep milking you.
Don't do this.
Across 2 other games at $60. So now you're paying
2 other games. It sounds like disc 1 isn't even fully covered.
Yeah. You're probably gonna be playing $200 plus to get the full Final Fantasy 7, depending on how they do this.
So
I'll be pissed.
You're gonna get that collector set after 8 discs.
I will say,
how much is that gonna cost? The collector right now is.
Well, that's because it's just the Kai Arts figure. If you watch going to the Square Enix website, that Kai Art figure alone costs more than the whole game.
I did see that it was actually $30 more than what
it was $360 and the entire game. Yeah,
or the $330 for
the damn Kai Arts, don't you?
Yeah, I do. But moving on.
Are you getting it?
You already got it.
Already done.
When we announced that, when it was announced, we were like, "Oh, Square Enix website." We was all in Discord talking about it.
Are you getting it too?
I'm not getting the collectors. No, I'm actually just getting the deluxe. I'll take the steel case. I'm good.
I'm gonna get the collectors.
What? For real?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. All right.
Yeah, you don't believe me?
I got one on pre-order too.
No, how many?
1.
I'm still on the fence.
They only let me check out 1, Mark.
Yeah, man.
Because if I'm going to be paying out the ass to just like finish the game, I don't know if I would want to invest into that.
I will say the one thing that gives me hope is so like I watch a lot of like Maximilian. He's a fighting game YouTube. Shout out Max. You know, if you ever want to join our podcast one day. Anyways, he got to do like a special sneak preview of the game and play it. And Final Fantasy VII has apparently been his favorite game for a while.
Final Fantasy VII is everybody's favorite.
And that's why you're gonna keep paying for it.
And he kept going into detail that what they showed is just a tiny piece of what the game can do. And so I'm excited, and that's good to hear. And he was saying how like the people that are making the game are either original Final Fantasy VII guys that worked in the original game, or people that have loved the game that specifically wanted to be in the team to do it. So it feels like this game is going to be taken care of, but I feel like if you do just put it at Midgar, like it'll
be lacking.
It would be very lacking, regardless of how open world, how big Midgar is. Like the only way I can see it work is you completely change the story, like because. I mean, and I don't even know how that's really possible because, like, there's like Nibelheim is like a super big important part that you visit in the game. That's like Cloud and Tifa's hometown where, you know, you meet like Giovanni for the first time. And then like, you know, like, and then how are you gonna see just like every other town with everyone's like specific background like in there as well? Like, are you gonna visit Sid? Are you gonna get go on the rocket and go get Neo Bahamut, and then like, and then on top of that, all the summons. That 7 had tons of summons. Or like, are you just gonna short us on those summons too? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure I would love to see Knights of the Round Table at least once in high def.
You will get all of those things
over time.
They're all coming.
Except for the Vincent DLC, that one's gonna be an extra 10. That was gonna be everyone's gonna love Vincent. Like, he actually had a really good storyline.
Yeah, I mean, like I find it that it was also weird in
his own main roster, man.
In the the original game is that you can beat the whole entire game without Vincent and Yuffie, and Vincent is technically like
an important
piece of being connected to Sephiroth.
Yeah.
So
you told me about what Max was saying, and that was like when we were talking about that yesterday. It is reassuring. If Max says it, Max is usually really good at that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and the fact that he actually got to play it, more of the game than what was showed, is reassuring. So all we can do is say we'll see.
Yeah, all we can do is
it's gonna be good. We're all gonna pick it up.
Yeah,
we're all gonna pay for it and play it.
I might not.
Come on, Steve. You can just run through it real quick and do a quick review. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Tony. What else we got from Square Enix, man?
Let's talk about the Avengers, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go into. The Avengers is the next big one. I mean,
do you want the character? Do you want the character models to look like the actors?
Dude, I keep hearing that.
No, I honestly don't.
I don't care about that as much.
Yeah, I don't
but
care.
People are pissed about that.
I don't really care about that at all.
I mean,
I was shocked in the beginning. I was expecting, for some reason, I was expecting them to be exactly like, because I feel like a lot of games are doing that nowadays. They take actual like A-list actors and stuff like that. And
I was expecting.
I think.
I thought it was pretty good that they did it though.
I think it's expected because you're making this big cinematic game.
These have been our heroes for so many years.
For a long time. So people expect the character models to look like,
the way you're used to. Robert Downey.
And that's
look nothing like them.
But that's the whole thing with Marvel is like we're kind of spoiled, like almost with Marvel, and that's so people want the continuation, even if it's a different story or whatever. They wanted the same models.
Dude, I don't care about that.
But it's gonna be a different story, right? So different characters, I'm fine with as long as the game's good. I'm a little disappointed that there's only like the main characters that you can pick from.
That's what I was about to say too. Like the thing that got to me was like the fact that it was just the 5. Like, and that's literally
it.
I mean, I don't know if you're
for
get
now.
more.
They said I think they said they were going to add characters through DLC, which was all going to be free, right?
Who's in it? Is it Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and Black Widow? Was it?
Yep.
Who's Thor.
Thor.
Yeah.
Thor.
Yep. So it's Cap, Iron Man, Thor, Black Widow, and Hulk.
Black Widow sucks.
It was funny because me and my coworker talked about it. We're like, Black Widow, I was like, I'd rather have Hawkeye.
If you're gonna have someone extra regular, at least get the guy with the bow.
I mean, it sounds like they're gonna add characters through DLC mainly. So, like, I think they showed a little teaser with Hank Pym, right?
Yeah, yep.
So
that's kind of cool.
So if they kind of add characters, periodically, and that you can play with free DLC, because they said everything's going to be free, they're not going to have to pay for anything. Yeah,
I think that's definitely good that everything's going to be free with character-wise, especially when you have that game, and then next month we're about to get Ultimate Alliance 3 that has like 20 plus characters in the game right now.
Yeah, so some people aren't like hyped for like Ultimate Alliance because they said the character models are like too colorful and they look cartoony and they don't look as good because they saw the Avengers, right? And Avengers looks, I didn't think it looked that great, but it looked okay.
Looked alright.
I mean,
but watching the gameplay of Ultimate Alliance, because you got to see a decent amount of gameplay, I was like, man, that game looks fun.
Yeah, like it's two. You can't compare the two, to be honest, because like one's like kind of like literally a beat 'em up game. Like it's like an old school like Ninja Turtles game, or the old school X-Men game, or
I mean, I think that's kind of what I wanted though from the Avengers. Is like I wanted a beat 'em up game where I could play as like some really good like high quality graphics.
But see, I think with that Avengers game, that's going to be more in depth with probably like skills and leveling up talents and putting more RPG-ish style, where like in the Ultimate Alliance, we're just gonna hit A over and over.
You might like get, when you level up, you might get a couple points or something like that.
Increase my X move.
but the fact that that Ultimate Alliance said that you would get different moves based on like how much you level up your character is sweet. Like you're not gonna get, it's not gonna get boring like right off the bat, right? It's like, man, I use the same special like 50 times, right? And then they announced you can play online with people.
Yep.
You can play on your own Switch with people locally, or you can play on the same Switch on the same TV, 4 players. Like just having all those features for that, I'm actually pretty hyped for Ultimate Alliance.
What was it? Who all played Ultimate Alliance 2 when we did?
Are they still going to have like the cross specials, aka Happy Meals?
They showed it. They showed all the cross specials. Like you could, like, because I think when there's a lot of even challenges, like time challenges, where you have to defeat levels in a certain like amount of time. So you have to work together, and depending on what characters you use, you get certain buffs.
Yeah.
What, dude?
Why the hell do we call it Happy Meals, dude?
That was
that me and David?
He said cross specials, aka
that
Happy
was
Meals.
that was
was that in Dynasty Warriors?
It was in Dynasty Warriors 3.
Oh shit!
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors 3. Yep.
But you get buffs depending on what characters you like your whole team uses.
Yeah, that was like in the old one where like you created teams that was based off the comics.
You could all like hit your specials. I think it's like LNR or whatever. You hit your specials at the same time, you get like a bonus damage buff or something. But
because you can create the team where it's just like the actual Avengers team, and then you can make like the team where it's like, I don't know if they'll have it, but the Fantastic Four, or you can do like just the X-Men.
Didn't they show that they were going to bring the Fantastic Four as DLC? They were going to bring the X-Men as like the
DLC.
X-Men DLC. Yeah. They had like a ton of DLC planned, and it kind of goes down to the thing of like, why'd you announce all of these extra characters as DLC like right now that are probably going to be available pretty soon and not be a part of the original game?
Going back to the problem with games being announced too early, that's another problem with game companies. Don't announce stuff and then announce the DLC at the same time. I understand that you wanted to show that the game has a future, like it has some longevity to it. But just don't announce.
Tell me you're gonna do DLC.
Yeah,
but don't
show the DLC like right then and there, because then it just seemed like, why didn't you add that?
You're just making more money off.
Yeah, exactly.
You're making more money off.
Because I don't think they showed like 2 or 3 pieces of DLC for Ultimate Alliance already that you have to get the season pass for. So now I'm gonna pay my $60 for Ultimate Alliance, and to get the extra teams, I'm gonna have to pay another probably $20-$30.
I think even if we still play it, because like right after we beat the game, is like how
replayable.
How replayable is the game?
Well, there's going to be the story. There's going to be all that challenge stuff that they said, and I'm sure they're going to add more challenges and more story with each DLC too. On top of that, they have to. Like adding character teams is just going to be bad. They have to add story and DLC with it. But
so yeah, it's going to be collecting dust on the shelf.
Yeah,
especially depending on how long that DLC. Because if it's like, oh, it's 3 months down the line. Are you going to even worry about that game like, 3 months down the line? You're going to be like, oh, exactly I'm on to this other game.
Yeah. It's a quarter of a year, man.
Yeah. So it's tough when you do like. I mean, there are games that do a good job of it. Like, and I'm not a big fan of any of these games, but like, I'm surprised that like Rainbow Six Siege is still popular as it is for the game that's been like 3 years old. That they're still making new characters, like, you know, different metas for the game.
Well, that was an innovative game, though.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying, like, it's great that like they can do something like that and it works, and I feel like that's how other.
There's also a lot of support from the company for that game too, for like esports
and then like another one is for Honor. Like apparently people are still playing that. They're releasing new heroes for that, and I'm just like, I thought that game just was like done. Like literally the game came out 2 months later, finito. But apparently, I mean, again, not a fan and not like really keeping up with it. But I mean, like I was told that like they just released like a couple new people in the game, in the roster.
They did some cool stuff with that game though. Like you could pick a team and you could earn points. Like
you're naming games that are around still, or were games that kind of like changed.
But you could earn like physical stuff through that if you actually like played the game and did like you would collect. I think you would collect like points or something. I can't remember.
It was pretty popular just because like the kind of game it was.
Yeah.
That was kind of a new format for people, so I believe it if that game's still around. Rainbow Six Siege or whatever, that's still around. I believe it because that was a different format. That wasn't just your classic like pick a map and like a shooter. Like that was like you have like a attack team and a defensive team, and you had objectives. Like that was different. So yeah.
I really liked what was the Rainbow Six that we played?
I think it was Rainbow's Las Vegas.
I don't know, but it was really fun. While it's a shooting game, it's not really like a competitive shooting game. It's like a co-op where you're actually trying to like get an objective done together.
That's
and it had a different feel. Because like smoke bombs in here, and it was just it was fun. It was good. It wasn't Halo. I liked it.
All that stuff, all that DLC for Ultimate Alliance. That's why Marvel Avengers is gonna be free because we're gonna be paying all the other shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw Nightcrawler in the original roster, so I'm good.
Oh Jesus, Josh and his Nightcrawler, man.
Yeah, Nightcrawler was in the trailer.
All right, so you got Nightcrawler, dude. You happy?
Yeah, dude. He's gonna be max level.
I'm playing Nightcrawler, just so you know.
What's up, man? Oh man!
Why you gotta pick Nightcrawler, dude?
He's genuinely concerned now, dude. He's like,
"You upset? Does that?
Yeah, I'm a little upset.
Nerve?
You look more like a.
What do I look like?
Oh no!
What do I look like? Tell me.
Don't do it.
A Hulk.
You're an angry guy.
You look like a Hulk.
I think he looks more like a juggernaut.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh.
Anyway,
is that all we want to hear from Square Enix? Was that it?
Those were the main things.
I mean, there was small things.
Those were the main things.
There was a Tokyo one that people were pretty hyped for, wasn't there? Or was that? No, it was Square Enix.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was called. For some odd reason, I keep mistaking it for the Ubisoft game because like Ubisoft had one game that I was like kind of psyched about when they showed it. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the.
I mean, it looked okay. I guess I don't know what the life was for, but
yeah, it looked straight.
I think we hit on the strong points.
Yeah, like I mean, there's just small stuff other than Square Enix. Like to me, like the small thing was just like Final Fantasy VIII. Finally bring it up to the PS4 or Switch so we can play it again.
Hey, maybe they'll remake 8 and 9.
I can finally play through the whole game.
I'm honestly okay if they never even touch that because like the game when it came out, the graphics just was so different that
All right, let's get into the real stuff, dude.
That wasn't the real stuff.
Yeah, I was like, I thought we went with the real stuff.
Oh gosh. Oh my god.
Let's get into that Nintendo Direct. Dude.
Oh, this is real stuff right here. Oh man, tell me about it. Little banjo, no.
Dude, you ready for that Animal Crossing, dude?
Yes.
What?
Guess
Animal
who's
Crossing?
not, dude?
You not doing the hot sauce?
I would love to visit Town Hot Sauce where you steal all my coconuts.
Guess what? You're not welcome. Where's your passport?
Dude, just every time GameCube version, Marlon would come over, all my coconuts be gone, and then he'd leave.
Come over there with my axe, man. Run your shit, Josh. Chop on this tree. Yam.
You're like, dude, no, Marlon was here again, dude.
Dude, how are you gonna delay Animal Crossing though? How long have we asked for another Animal Crossing?
We've been waiting, but I mean, it's the same thing as Final Fantasy, man. Yeah. As long as it's polished.
Dude, but it's Animal Crossing. It's the same game, just better graphics.
Whoa, it's not the same game.
Oh, buddy.
It's not.
You gotta also think Nintendo is like their own thing.
Just because my couch looks different, Mark, doesn't mean it's not a couch.
You can rest assured, Josh, Nintendo will never do a Fallout 76. They're only going to put good shit out.
Wait, I'm not saying it's not going to be good. I'm just saying, like,
Nintendo only put good
I wanted it.
Steve doesn't even know, man.
I don't know.
I wanted it December.
Was, Twilight Princess or whatever?
Nah.
What was the one with the dog that you beat before everyone?
Yeah, that was Twilight Princess.
Yeah, that was the last Nintendo game you played, man, wasn't it?
We played, though.
No, I played Mario Kart.
Okay, that doesn't count.
Oh, all right. Dude, why you gotta hate on Animal Crossing?
I'm not hating on it. I'm just saying I wanted it out in December.
Anyway, I'm excited for it.
It's Smash Bros.
Dude.
We'll get into that.
They came out with one good character and one shitty character.
Which one's a good one?
The hero from Dragon Quest, obviously.
They're both good. That was a trick question.
No,
Yo, the hero did.
Did you watch the Banjo trailer though of his moveset where he was throwing Kazooie around?
I liked that he took Kazooie as a gun. It was just like
little running gun action.
He was slamming
all over the place. He was character all over the place.
He was slamming Kazooie on the ground.
Dude, when that aired as like the little silhouette, I was like, no. Not like this. It was like Marlon popped a little bubble. Marlon said, ha. I was like, no, don't do this. And then it was like Duck Hunt.
He was like, wee.
Okay, hold on. Wait, no, they're doing this for a reason though. And oh no, dude, it was Banjo Kazooie, dude. I'm like,
what's the banjo noise when he comes in?
What's the banjo noise?
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, just do the banjo noise. No, don't. You know which noise I'm talking about.
I don't know, dude.
It's like the little goofy sound.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't do
it. I can't do it.
You could try.
I can't do it.
Dude, Animal Crossing looks great, dude. The hero from Dragon Quest in Smash, boy, they just keep surprising me, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's pretty sweet. I like it that the skins of
hell yeah
are different Dragon Quest like heroes.
If you've ever played Dragon Quest, like any of them or all of them or most of them, that trailer of the hero in Smash hit home, man.
I might actually go home and load up some Dragon Quest builders on the TV on the living room. Man.
I looked on Twitch and there's a lot of people streaming that after that. I was like,
that game is great.
Yeah, okay, dude.
It is.
So what'd you think of Dragon Quest Builders 2?
Yes. It's everything I wanted in the first one.
That's true. I see you have a team now. What's up with that?
It's 2-player?
Yeah, that's sick. I might scoop that up.
You won't play Minecraft, but you'll play Dragon Quest Builders?
Yes, because Minecraft is stupid.
Oh, geez.
There's no point. Yeah.
It does get repetitive after a while, even though, Josh, we did have a really fun run.
The great part, our Minecraft thing was like, okay, so we'd be productive for like an hour, and then Josh or someone would come over and start fucking around.
It was always Josh.
Aren't they coming out with a new Minecraft game?
Are you serious?
It was the dungeon crawler
dungeon
game. It was like the Diablo Minecraft.
They're even coming out with a Minecraft Go.
Yeah,
whatever that was.
Imagine like Diablo, except Minecraft graphics.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
No, not at all.
This is what the world has come to.
They also have that Minecraft Go thing where people can build like stuff in the real world. So if you take your like camera out, you can see like what people built. Someone's gonna mess with Steve's house though.
Yeah, what the heck?
Anyway, I mean, the nice part about Builders was like there was like always like a revolving story. So like you started off with like one person and you're solving problems. You got different recipes. The environments are different. And before it gets too repetitive, you know, there's like a huge boss battle. And
is it like that other like Portal Knights where are you in an open world, or do you travel to different worlds through each part of the story?
So there's like different worlds, but they're open. So
because I think with Portal Knights it was like basically the same thing, but whenever you just find the portal and then that would take you to the next part of the story.
So there are portals there where they take you like different areas, but once you complete like one area with like the builder, that he was essentially like the hero. So they call him the builder, and you just like go to like another world and you start working with the people in those worlds to solve those problems, and you kind of transition that way. And while you're in those worlds, you can go and explore and break the game and like build up to like the ceiling and everything. And
oh, that's actually kind of sweet. That's actually a lot more better than I thought what that game was gonna be.
The game was great. Like I was playing Builders while you guys were playing Fighter Z.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He brought it over to my house one day. It was actually kind of sweet. That's just some good old fashioned Square Enix storytelling with a little spin to it, man.
And the humor is actually funny. It's like it's there's some puns in there, man. It's kind of adult humor sometimes.
Adult humor, really?
Yeah, sometimes. Oh. They slip a little bit in there.
Yeah, the Nintendo Direct, I don't know, man. If I had to rate all three of them, I was really excited about a lot of stuff from Nintendo. What else was on there besides Animal Crossings and the Smash Bros. Stuff?
Fire Emblem was...
Dude, that Fire Emblem looks pretty... Like,
it looks amazing.
Like, story-wise, looks pretty good.
It's tough right now to decide for me because keeping up with
Fire Emblem.
Dude, what do you got against Fire Emblem, dude?
I hate it.
Why?
What? It's trash.
Which one's the best Fire Emblem so far?
Oh, it's the first one.
The first one's the best one?
Or it was the first one that came to America.
Didn't you get through a Fire Emblem with only playing like one guy?
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Is that the best way?
Let me tell you about the best character. Let me tell you about the best character.
Is that the way?
This is the crazy part. It was Awakening, and the character that he played wasn't even in the main story.
Dude, it actually took some skill to beat it with one character, man, because you had to level up your guys just enough so when they went to that part where you have to play them, that they were able to beat it, okay?
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. You didn't play it right.
He just played with he played it from a character from my favorite
Frederick
game.
is the best character in Fire Emblem, hands down.
Oh my god. No, get out of here.
This guy
also, Awakening is one of the best Fire Emblem games ever made.
Awakening is my favorite.
Awakening is one of the best Fire Emblems.
But yeah, I liked it. The story seems sweet. It definitely have a lot of replay value because you have to pick which you know, I like it that they didn't make separate games like they did in the older ones, where this time you're just, it's the full game, but now you pick which, you know, what is it, academy or
house?
House, which house you choose, and then each house have different characters and they specializes in different things.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
So
it looks cool.
Yeah,
I'm excited for it.
It looks amazing. So yeah.
And then they showed Ultimate Alliance, obviously, which we all know that game's gonna be good.
Yep. That's gonna be a big one.
What else came out on Nintendo Direct? They showed a bunch of indie games, but I mean, you remember it was right after was it right after the Smash Bros announcement, which was like the second thing that was announced, or Smash was the first thing announced, and then it was this game where like some weird frog lady. What is that? Dark Crystal or whatever?
Oh, the Netflix one.
Huh?
It's like the Netflix game? Yeah, it's so the Dark Crystal is like a Netflix. I think it's a movie, right?
I haven't heard.
Okay, well, it's a movie, and so like I think it actually says Netflix on there because it's a Netflix original movie, and then they based the game. I think it's like a continuation of the story from the movie.
That game looked interesting.
It didn't even look that bad. I've never seen. I didn't ever watch the Netflix movie.
I was like, what is this?
But Dark Crystal is like I think it's a really old movie back in the day that they.
Well,
so what's the movie?
The Dark Crystal.
The Dark Crystal.
Something like that.
I need to look that up.
Yeah, it was like I didn't know it was based off a movie, but like you could tell, like it. You remember like that dinosaur show from way back when, like the puppets, you know, like shows.
Like dinosaurs.
Yeah, dinosaurs. Like puppets.
The one where the world just ends at the season finale and they just waiting
like
to die.
Mom and a baby or whatever.
Not the mama. That one.
Wait, The Land Before Time?
I guess this is going to be a TV show, too. The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance?
Yeah, I know what dinosaurs. Dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah. So, the way that game starts off is like a puppet thing. I'm like, this looks old as hell. But I don't know if that was the.
It's because I think it's because of how the original, very original Dark Crystal was.
Okay.
When it was made, I think 80s or something.
Well, that game didn't look half
82.
bad.
82.
And
yeah.
I keep hearing stuff about this game, so I'm just like, what is this?
It didn't look that bad, but I've never seen it. I have to watch it and see.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
And then obviously the teaser for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go to next. They said that they're gonna continue on with the story. That looks.
Did I ever miss Metroid? Like, did they ever announce that?
Nope.
Is that still? Are we still waiting on that? Is that
we are still waiting. We're still waiting on some Metroid.
Yeah, somebody was hoping that was going to be announced, but I didn't hear anything about it. It wasn't announced. It was like Metroid Trilogy or something like that.
I thought I just missed it.
Or was that supposed to? They were going to make a new game. They were just going to add to it or something, or redo it or something like that.
Yeah. But I'm not a big fan of the Metroid series, so I'm not like one of those.
Don't say that too loud.
Hey, I'm not a big fan of the Metroid series.
Whoa. You are gonna get some gunners out there.
I haven't played any of the games.
You're gonna take some charge shots, man.
The only game that I remember playing was the multiplayer one for the first DS back in the day, where you could roll around and like do stuff, and you could fight each other and stuff. That one wasn't actually that bad, but
that's the only one he played. Like,
that's the only one I played.
I'm honestly surprised, Marlon. I didn't. You didn't mention Luigi's Mansion.
Oh, dude!
I was like,
Luigi's Mansion is great. Honestly, like I don't even like Luigi, but
what do you think of what did they call the other Luigi?
Oh, like the
Luigi.
Huh?
Luigi.
The slime one?
Yeah. That look nasty, but that was sweet though.
I bet you like that you could like suck them up and slam them around and
dude,
stuff.
he was going to town. Just like,
was,
yam.
Yeah, he was slamming the ghosts around, dude. What
yeah, I am down.
That game actually good. Like I was watching it on the Chromecast in the living room, and the wife comes in. She's like, "Oh, what is this? This looks fun." I was like,
"No,
it does. It does though."
Yeah.
Dude,
but if you've never actually played it,
did you ask her if she wanted to be your Guigi?
No, I did not ask her if she wanted to be my Guigi.
If you've never played any of them, though, it's actually pretty fun for like a kid's game. And again, like the humor in there is actually kind of relevant. But yeah,
that was the first game I got for the GameCube besides Smash. Like it was Smash and Luigi's Mansion. That was the only two games I had.
We were in high school, right? Or
yeah,
we were in middle school.
Hey,
he got Melee, and he told me to come over, so I came over and gave him that work real quick. His dad gave him the work right afterwards. We had to go to bed after that.
Well,
yeah, I mean, Luigi's Mansion was fun.
Yeah, Nintendo does a good job of making those games. Like,
that game looks really fun.
Marlon, I remember Marlon kept talking about Paper Mario for a while. And
dude, that is Mario, like an underrated RPG.
Paper Mario is pretty sweet.
Holy crap.
Paper Mario's good.
I remember I was at the last boss of Paper Mario and I had rented it, and I had to go to school, but I was on the last boss. So I was late, and I missed the bus because I beat the last boss on Paper Mario.
You finished the game?
I finished the game, Mark.
It was a good game.
It was late for the bus. It was fun. I was late for the bus. I missed it. I had to get.
He's like, no, he's chasing the bus, but I beat it though. Dude, that was a good game. That is an underrated RPG. I agree.
Another game that Nintendo showed that I liked was from Platinum Games that they made was that Astral Chain.
I saw that.
I don't even know what's going on in there, but it's high. It's like glossy and I like.
It's like action. I mean, it's Platinum Games, so it's like real flashy combat. You know, real fun. Like more probably like a hack and slash since it's Platinum Games. But I mean, it looked awesome. Like doing the combos, switching between whatever it is that you're linked to, I guess, and how he transforms and to like your amount or whatever. I don't know, but it was weird.
It's almost like a Devil May Cry Bayonetta kind of feel.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a lot going on.
It was a lot. Like you were
the top, man.
You were playing as your dude. Like I mean, the trailer even just started off cool. Like he's fighting, he's getting his getting his ass whooped, and then all of a sudden he summoned whatever he summoned and he's going to town.
Yeah.
So that's another one that I was excited for. Yeah, Nintendo had a good overall like coverage of.
How you feel about that No More Heroes though?
I don't want to play that no more.
The game looked interesting, but I've never played a No More Heroes game in my life.
It's about sick of your ass, dude.
Hey, how you like that, right?
He said, I don't want to play that game no more. Dude, I'm sick of you. I'm so sick of you.
That's like the IGN plug, like when they review a game.
He said, No More Heroes. He said, I don't want to play that no more. What is wrong with you, dude? Those are great games, dude.
I mean, like,
Never played it.
It looked cool, but I didn't like the mechanics of how that game played.
Oh my god!
I just didn't like the game. What was the main character's name? Travis Barker?
Travis Touchdown.
Travis Underground?
Travis Touchdown. Say his name right. Dude.
Okay.
Next.
Yeah, I'm done with you, man. Those are great games. I don't care what you guys say. I'm waiting for No More Heroes 3, dude. Anyways. We already know what's going on with Pokemon. The world's waiting for Pokemon. Man.
Zelda.
Those games look great.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zelda. Zelda was a highlight, too.
The,
Animal Crossing was a highlight. I don't care what you say.
it was definitely a highlight. I just wanted it to be released sooner. That's it. There's no delays,
Don't
man.
rush perfection.
Rush
I'm still going to come to your town. I'm still going to run your shit. And that's just what it's going to be. It's going to be Hot Sauce 3.
All I want, they better add a feature for traps when you have those people try to steal your coconuts. you found them shrug up in your coconut tree.
He's gonna set
What the hell is your problem?
He's gonna set trap holes, dude. Problems fall on the ground, dude.
I get a text.
Try to set up some pitfall traps?
I get a text from Marlon. Hey, can you come let me out of this? Dude, I won't try to steal your coconuts.
Yeah, let me out. I'm just gonna run your shit when I get up. I'm just gonna go to a different tree.
Dude, for
Like,
real.
I know where that hole is now.
Yeah. I know
If you just logged out, and you see Marlon hanging from your coconut tree, dude, a little net.
That's when you shoot him a text, dude. I got your ass, huh?
Yeah, you come to my town, you walk through that portal, I got a slingshot right there. you get off the train and just say, I'm here.
Nintendo, man. Nintendo had a lot of good stuff. What would you guys rate the entire, all three of those?
I want to know, who do you think won E3?
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, clearly.
Honestly.
Clearly Keanu Reeves won, dude. He's everywhere now. He said... Why was he acting so weird?
Well, I mean,
I think
everyone kept interrupting him. Like that was the thing. Like he kept trying to go on, but everyone.
I think that's just like how he is, because if you
that's
watch
just how
John
he is.
Wick, like he doesn't even talk in that movie. Like he says like maybe a sentence or two. That's it.
Damn, I guess I never really thought about it like that.
Same thing with the Matrix. You really
I feel
think
like
about it.
He said, but
Think how
am
many.
I not the one?
Yeah, like how many lines does he really say?
Keanu Reeves doesn't have that many lines, dude.
That's true.
I feel like that's how he acts in interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. You've seen interviews with him? He acts the exact same.
He needs to be
All
on.
right. Nothing more here. Keanu Reeves definitely, man.
It's hard. I'll honestly say
Xbox-
yeah, because Xbox had Keanu Reeves and like
Yeah.
Xbox had. I mean,
Are you
Sony
sure
wasn't
about
there.
Xbox didn't win, just Keanu Reeves won, dude.
Yeah, I wanted to say Xbox.
Well, I mean, Xbox showed a lot of games, and the fact that Sony wasn't there, they had majority of the third-party titles that are going to be out and everywhere. So it was pretty good. I will say I'm biased for Square Enix. I've always been a fan.
Yeah,
so
me too.
To me, Square Enix did a great job. Plus, again, it's Final Fantasy VII for me. So
Yeah, that's how they got you.
they got me.
It worked for me too.
Hook, line, sinker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They robbed me
think-
of $330.
Right away, too.
Yeah,
right away. We were
Right away.
watching it that night. Tony was signing up for it.
Over there
I'm
playing
just-
Heroes.
he's like,
Yeah,
I'm
while I'm
Yeah.
playing Heroes, I'm
Yeah.
dead. I'm just like, wait, what, tap?
Yeah, dude.
Xbox got Josh's $1. And
Xbox got Josh for $1. Square Enix got Tony $300. Holy shit.
So yeah, I say that's what's ready to win.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they won in your book, dude.
Now-
They won in your book.
Do you think E3 as like a show is just going to kind of like fade out because of people going their separate ways? And would you rather see like one big like week showing, or would you rather see like spread out like announcements through the year?
People going their separate ways. What do you mean?
Like so Nintendo just does their Nintendo Direct. They don't even have like a big show, and like Sony obviously is probably going to do something similar, in
gotcha.
the
Yeah.
future. But like, would you rather like one huge announcement week, or would you rather have spread out like big announcements from each company?
One huge announcement week.
I like the.
Yeah, I'd go with the week because I just want that'd be.
I like to know.
Week just to, like, be like,
Yeah,
oh,
man.
here are all the games coming.
I think like overall, that's just a great week for like video games, man.
Yeah.
So like, why not just have it all at once?
I mean, there's a bunch of different conferences, but E3 by far is probably the biggest one for us to just listen to follow along.
I like
with
the
all
Tokyo. Was it Tokyo Game Show?
Yeah,
too?
Tokyo Game Show has a good one, and I personally like that one too because again, that's where most of the
Nintendo
side
stuff
RPG Nintendo stuff, and then the I forgot. I think the UK has like a game one too, but I forgot what theirs called.
I think having it all in one as a collective gives the developers something to aim for as far as like having like gives them a purpose to have content for these things. You know,
and it is a good way to promote like games that are not heard of and promoting new IPs, and it's a good way to just really show it off and let the games shine.
And it gives you an opportunity to take the week off and do some shit.
Uh-huh.
Play Borderlands. And for the games that drop like the same day, it's like you can play this now. It's like okay, I don't work, so let's play it.
Yeah, that's true. So what's the verdict here? I say Square Enix. Obviously, I'm biased though. So.
Yeah,
it was Nintendo or Square Enix for me.
You got Square Enix?
Yeah.
Nintendo?
I'm a Square fan, so you got me.
I didn't watch them all, but I'd say just by the Square, like the quantity of like how many games, I'd say Xbox. Because I mean, it's not just like it's not just Microsoft like games.
Yeah,
it's like
right.
a lot of games.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
what I
like
was saying
a
too,
lot of
like
cross
Microsoft
stuff. So like
Yeah.
there's a lot of different games that could be played on other systems and stuff.
I know.
Like that, so.
I was basing it off like it wasn't just Microsoft stuff, but like I was basing like the Star Wars stuff. They announced the Fantasy Star was announced with Xbox.
Microsoft,
They announced a lot of good shit, but for some damn reason, 7 just holds so much weight, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm not shortchanging what Microsoft did because to me, this is probably one of their best years that they've ever showed.
They were all great.
Like last year, they did a good job because they showed more games. Because the previous year, all they did was talk about how it's their system is the best entertainment system.
This is what it's gonna do. It's heavy as shit.
Yeah, it's the best console. But like when you show something like that and not show any games, it's like, why would I buy that system if you're not showing me anything that I can use it for?
Yeah.
And last year they fixed it, showed tons of great games, and then this year they continued that trend with showing again tons of great game, and it's kind of weird because they changed their motto basically when they're announcing how their system is, because they used to be considered the ultimate entertainment system.
Yeah, now they're focusing.
Now they're focusing into the gaming. Like that's because that's where PlayStation used to be. They were like, no, we don't care about entertainment. We just want you to have good quality games.
Well, and the Xbox One X is still like the most powerful
Yeah.
system out there right now.
But yeah, but that was another thing that like they kept going on with that, and all I kept saying when they were announcing that was like,
Where's the content?
why do I care to have that when you don't have the games to back it up? I'd rather still play the PlayStation, and like I talk to my coworker Dave about this all the time. It's like because he used to be an Xbox. I actually converted him to PlayStation, but he still complains to me about like the clunkiness of the UI that Sony has. Like it's not as smooth as what the Xbox interface has. How easy it is to go in between like party chat and stuff like that. He says Xbox just
There's Xbox's social like chat functions are way better.
Yeah, it's just
and they've
clean.
always been better than Sony's.
And it's nice. And like, that's cool and all, but what games am I playing? Like I can talk to you on there and it's gonna be a great, easy system, but what game am I playing?
I mean for me, like it comes down to Microsoft and Nintendo, because Microsoft, like you said, at Star Wars, they had Gears of War. I mean, they showed a Halo trailer, but I don't think that should count. So they showed Phantasy Star. But for me, man, Nintendo with, the new Zelda coming out, Smash Bros. Announcement.
Nintendo was right.
I mean, Nintendo's going to get Phantasy Star 2, I guess. So that's cool. The Marvelverse the Marvel Ultimate Alliance, like, gameplay footage was great. So I'm going to have to go with Nintendo.
All right, Nintendo and Nintendo. Square, and the rogue Microsoft.
Hey, man.
I knew you were going to say it, but that's why I was laughing.
I would have
We
voted.
all have a little different.
Yeah, man.
I would have voted Square, but I feel like I still don't know that much about Avengers after the trailer. And Final Fantasy VII, still don't know what direction they're trying to go, and they really didn't tell you very much like about how they're going to release it. So it's just like I still got more questions, I guess.
Yeah. Like I said, it was between Square Enix and Nintendo for me, but
You said you got your money on Square.
yeah.
I already spent my money on Square.
I spent mine on Square too.
So did I.
But
So did I.
I still got Nintendo winning.
I don't know. To me, like I said, I'm pretty biased. 7 has hold.
I love 7 too.
Yeah, I mean,
Targeting system was trash, but I loved the game. It was a great story.
yeah, I remember it. It took I think it was like 6 months later for you to finish the last boss. You were on the last boss, and then you just wouldn't beat it. And then it was like a couple months later, I was like, why don't you just beat the game?
There was so much to do in there, and then, like, you beat the game, and then you go back and you're fighting like all the weapons and shit, like in the desert and underwater and everything. And you're not gonna get that in the remake, so
We don't know that yet.
We don't know.
It's not in Midgard, Mark. I'll tell you that right now.
No.
It's definitely not.
It's not in Midgard.
Anyways, are we good?
Yeah, I
Everybody
think that's
good?
gonna wrap it up for the
I'm
week.
good.
See you guys same time, same place. Well, not same time. We never know.
You never really know.
Never really know, man.
But you never know.
Thanks,
same
everyone.
time, same place.
Thanks, everyone, for watching Weekly Reset.
Thanks for watching Weekly Reset. We'll catch you later.
Yep. Don't
Cut
forget-
that out. Cut 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 that out. All right. See you guys later.
Yep.
Do we have any plugs to put in though at the end?
Oh, don't forget to
Yo,
like,
search
subscribe.
Weekly Reset on Spotify, Castbox, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, Stitcher.
We on the
Am I
Apple
missing
yet?
YouTube? We not on the Apple yet. Soon.
We out.
Twitter,
We out.
Facebook.
We out. We out.